Grandma's fork froze halfway to her mouth when my sister's voice split the dining room in half. "A penthouse? In New York? You?" Her shriek rattled the crystal glasses. My dad dropped his fork. My mother went pale. And I just sat there, calm, watching the storm I'd engineered finally arrive. My sister, Leela, had always been the family's sun. Private schools, luxury trips, a brand new car at 18. The world bent around her, and she assumed it always would. When we were little, she'd tell me, "You're the quiet one. I'm the one who shines." And my parents nodded like it was prophecy. I used to accept it, used to believe my worth depended on being small enough for her to stand on. But time sharpens people, and I learned to sharpen quietly. The betrayal wasn't one moment, it was years of tiny cuts. The college fund that ran out only for me, but magically replenished when she wanted a semester in Paris. The job offer she talked my father into blocking because she needed me home to babysit her new puppy. The way she'd smile while saying, "You're not ambitious enough for big things. Leave that to me." The final cut came last year. A message meant for her boyfriend accidentally sent to me. "She'll never leave this town. She's too basic. I'm the one who'll make it big. You'll see." I stared at that sentence for a long time. Not hurt, just awake. That night I made a decision. I wasn't going to compete. I was going to disappear and reappear somewhere she'd never expect. I took extra shifts, freelanced, lived on cheap food and cheaper furniture, invested smart, moved smarter. No one noticed, no one asked. Leela was too busy collecting designer handbags, and my parents were too busy admiring them. By the time I had enough for the down payment, I felt nothing except a strange, bright clarity. A penthouse in Manhattan. Not flashy, but high up, quiet, and mine. The closing papers were the first documents in my life with only my name in bold, and I didn't tell a soul. Silence is its own kind of revenge. Grandma's 80th birthday was my stage. Not intentionally, but fate knows how to strike the match at the perfect moment. We were eating, laughing, pretending to be a perfect family. Leela talked loudly about a cruise she was planning. My father asked her about her bonus. My mother bragged about her latest charity event. I was invisible, as usual. Then Grandma, sweet, sharp Grandma, leaned toward me and asked, loud enough for half the table to hear, "So, darling, how's life in New York? You settling into your new place?" Silence detonated across the table. My fork paused mid-air. I hadn't told Grandma. How did she know? Then I remembered. I'd written my new address on the birthday card envelope I mailed her. Of course she read it. My sister's eyes widened. "What new place?" she demanded. Grandma smiled. "Her penthouse. Beautiful view, too." And just like that, the storm began. "You bought a penthouse?" Leela spat the word like poison. "With what money? You don't make that kind of salary." "I worked," I said, calm, controlled. The truth always sounds like power when spoken without fear. "No, seriously," my father said, stunned. "How did you afford it?" "You never asked what I was doing with my life," I replied. "You were all too focused on hers." Their jaws tightened. Leela trembled. She wasn't used to being outshone, especially not by me. "You should have told us," she snapped. "We're family." I leaned back, studying her face. Funny, I don't remember the family asking before shutting doors on me. Her rage flickered into something else, fear. Because she finally understood I'd outgrown the role she'd cast me in. Then my aunt, the one person who always watched the room more than she spoke, set her wine down and said quietly, "Leela, the part that scares you isn't that she bought a penthouse. It's that she did it without needing you. Or any of them." The table froze. Even the air seemed to stop. Leela's face crumpled. She looked at me like I had committed betrayal. But the truth was simpler. I'd stopped letting her define me. She stormed out. My parents followed, torn between her drama and my silence. Only Grandma stayed seated, smiling at me with that knowing look. "You freed yourself," she whispered. I nodded, not triumphantly, just honestly. I finally did. Now, when I stand on my balcony, glass of wine in hand, city spread beneath me, I don't think about their shock or her scream or the fork clattering against china. I think about the moment I stopped chasing their validation, the moment I stepped into my own life. Leela always claimed she was the star. Maybe she was. But stars burn out. Quiet people, we rise, and we rise high.